Please don't try and cover this up for these people, Martins. You're going to get yourself wrapped up in this. Just take my...
Whatever you're telling me, I'm going to report. It's going to be one report, and I'm going to be documenting all this, and I got your information.
And you have this recorded so you can go back and you can listen to it.
Yes, I do. And you want a report number?
Yes, please.
Report number is going to be 24034-339.
Deputy Martins, I thank you for being polite. I thank you for taking your time with this. Please be detailed. Don't leave anything out because this is going to be scrutinized, all right?
I'm going to try to be as detailed as I can.
I mean, for your sake, I appreciate the help you've given me today. I'm glad I finally got to report this weapon.
What's going to happen if I provide you the service that you're expecting?
Who is this?
What do you mean be detailed for your sake? What does that mean? That sounds very threatening.
Who is this?
Okay, I'm asking you a question, sir.
Are you a government official? Because you're not Deputy Martins.
What do you mean when you tell Deputy Martins to be detailed?
I said be detailed for your sake because this is going to be scrutinized.
Well, that sounded very threatening, sir.
Yeah, who are you? Identify yourself.
I'm Corporal Derby. I'm with Deputy Martins, and I need some information from you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you mean by be very detailed for your sake? That sounded very threatening.
Corporal Derby, you're trying to insinuate I'm making a threat? How many times during this conversation have I mentioned Florida State statute?
I hate to cut you off. We're here to help you. Deputy Martins has done a fantastic job of listening to you.
And that's what I said. I think you're being a little overly defensive, Corporal.
And reporting your concern.
Corporal, before I told him that statement, I thanked him for being polite and taking the time to go through all of this with me. And then I said, be thorough so they can't come after him for not being thorough. There's going to be scrutiny. I was giving him a friendly warning.
Okay.
Stop jumping the gun, Corporal. Calm down. Calm down.
But I would hate for somebody to be led the wrong way or to be threatened. So my job is to help and protect people.
I'm a man of God, sir. I'm not going to harm anyone who's not trying to harm somebody else.
Okay. So what are you going to do? What is your plan?
So I'm just reporting crimes. That's what I'm going to continue to do. If PBSO continues to be corrupt, I'm going to continue to report it. That's it.
As much information as you provided will be recorded and memorialized through this reporting for maximum retention period possible.
Yeah, and I mean I know I called up trying to talk to Sheriff Bradshaw himself about some potential child trafficking that was happening near 702 North H Street in Lake Worth. And I've got the targeted violence unit contacting me on a fishing expedition. So I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tired of your office coming at me like I'm the bad guy here. I'm trying to protect people. I'm trying to help you clean out your office of deputies that are doing the wrong thing. And I'm trying to do that in a legal means through reporting. So there is no threats of violence coming from my end.
You sound very upset.
I am very upset. Wouldn't you be upset if law enforcement officers who are supposed to protect you are coercing you and threatening you?
Okay. Well, Deputy Martins has taken your statement. He has reported everything you've said.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate your service.
Yeah, I'm just telling you two guys, just don't be shady in your report because there's likely going to be scrutiny. Do the right thing.
So if things don't go your way, what are your plans, sir?
What are my plans? To continue reporting.
Okay. You've certainly got the right to make these reports. My partner will document everything that you said. We will notify the appropriate people. If somebody needs to follow up with you, New Mexico is an awful long way. Did you move there? Are you on vacation or what? I mean, you've been court ordered to stay there, and that sounds odd to me. I've never heard of that, but I don't do it.
That's because the state of Florida didn't want me in Florida gathering evidence and filing documents. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm dealing with here.
Yeah, because what you're saying is very serious. So if somebody needs to meet with you to get an official sworn statement. We don't know who we're talking to over the phone. You could be, John the ragman down the street who's mad at all these folks. We have no idea. So if we need to follow up with you, we can meet with you in person in New Mexico. Other than that, we've got all your concerns documented with police reports. And it sounds like there's been previous things documented. And just so you know, typically, if there's a federal firearms investigation or corruption investigation, you're not going to be able to get a report for it because whoever's investigating it is going to keep that stuff pretty confidential and secret, so people who are investigated aren't going to be able to see what they're being investigated for. It'd be awfully stupid if somebody is accused of something and then we can see what they're being accused of before the case goes final. Do you understand that?
Yeah, and that's why I was pretty upset with Florida Department of Law Enforcement when they forwarded reports to Internal Affairs on their misconduct.
Well, I'm
you see how silly that is? You see how silly that is? You don't report to the people that you're investigating them or have been asked to.
That's correct.
That's,
so if there's
yeah.
something like firearms or federal violations.
Well, what I would recommend to you is, rather than, you're saying you would actually send a deputy all the way out to New Mexico to speak with me if you need a sworn statement. I have a legal representative in the state of Florida.
Okay, got it. Well, you're like a accused or something, the defendant?
Indeed.
You're in Florida or other states?
Florida. That's what I'm saying. Florida wanted me out of Florida.
You have to be back in Florida at some point for court, or how's that work?
Eventually.
When do you have to come back to Florida?
Undetermined.
But your public defender will let you know?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, very good. So we've got your statement. We've got the reporting. My partner has got a report. The report will mention that you made a statement about, various concerns, the details of which are contained within your tape statement here. And we'll see how we can move forward. Does that sound like a plan, sir?
Yes, and I'd like specifically to let you know right now that my concerns are involving Florida State Statute 914.22.
Everything that you have mentioned with the U.S. codes and the statute you mentioned and the person's name are memorialized through this report.
Thank you, and I believe that it's a conspiracy to commit such offense.
All of that will be noted in your statement and the report that reflects your statement, sir.
You have a good day.
You too.